behind the boxes? It's Graham!
It was me all along. Hang on, this'll totally work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming along.
Uh-huh. And then this'll be the tricky one with my left. About here.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. No, that's actually
great.
Indistinguishable. Yep.
And then
I see what you're going for.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open some boxes. Wait. No. Aye. Oh, there were postcards under those boxes.
I know, I hit us surprises.
It's the Bone Zone. Hello, from the Museum of Osteology.
Oh, it is the Bone Zone.
In Moore, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
I sent a postcard from a previous trip to D.C., and I wanted to keep up the habit. The MOO didn't have branded cards, so I got the boniest one left. Yours truly, Daniel. P.S. The museum is also home to Skulls Unlimited, your source for real, ethically sourced bones for education and whatnot.
Oh, and whatnot?
They can't tell you what to do with a bone once you buy it.
But they won't even let me fuck the skulls.
Ethically sourced.
Oh, well, that's good.
They were sourced ethically. After that, the museum's looking the other way. Skulls Unlimited does not want to know
what will become of these skulls.
What will become of these bones. Thank you, Daniel.
I have a postcard.
Oh.
From Daniel.
What?
Hello from Oklahoma City.
The same Daniel.
Same Daniel. Spent a day here taking in the sights, the highlights, Museum of Art, home to hundreds of colorful monumental glass sculptures. You'd think they'd be like, it's not just art, but it's like glass art, but I guess art.
Art.
A hilarious exhibit. Yes, hilarious exhibit is how people say it. Of photographer Abbas Castriami, who took pics of tourists at the Louvre that coincidentally resembled the art they were looking at.
Oh.
That's cool.
I like that a lot.
Also, mini golf in the middle of a canal.
Sign me up.
I would do it, actually.
Absolutely.
Yours truly, Daniel. P.S. If you're in town, Oklahoma City, I guess, try the local Vietnamese food here. It's the local culinary secret. I wouldn't have even thought.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
OKC, home of the Thunder.
Look at this giant postcard featuring many old print advertisements of Saab.
This is probably an Ian thing.
Oh, maybe. Dear Doctors LRR. Hello from Göteborg. Wait, Göteborg. It's okay. So if you're handwriting it, so it's a Hala från, and I would have said Göteborg.
Yeah.
Göteborg, but it says pronounced Göteborg, but that looks like a Y.
Yeah.
So is this Göteborg?
Well, their G kind of also looks a bit like a. Oh, but it is a. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Well, I mean, the beginning G isn't pronounced like G. It's pronounced Y.
Yeah, this is from Sweden. Just a note to send my appreciation and admiration for all that you do. Your positivity and inclusiveness is so welcoming, and watching your streams and programs is always so heartwarming and joyful. My brother and I rediscovered LRR through RoadQuest. I have rewatched the Hell Road many times when I need a mood boost. As a person who researches bionic arms, I would be happy to answer any questions you or your collaborators at Bionic Trousers Multimedia Network have about prosthetic limbs. Keep up the great work, and best wishes from Eric. P.S. Please give this postcard to Ian. I think you know why. Exactly. Yeah. Funny story, and I mean, we've told this, I think, once or twice on streams or whatnot, but Moonbase Delta was in a spare wing in an office space of a building that at the time was owned and operated by the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada, the Victoria, or the Vancouver Island branch of it. When we moved in, we put a sign on the door that led to we had a door to the outside, but then we also had a door into the rest of the building. You'll see this in old Commodore Hustle episodes.
Yeah, it's how we get to the bathroom.
Yeah, and so when we moved in, they were like, do you make prosthetics or mobility aids? Because our name is Bionic Trousers, and they're the MS Society, and we were like, no, we make penis jokes on the internet.
Yeah, it's a funny name.
Yeah. So I felt a little awkward about that. But they were great. Everybody who worked at the MS Society was awesome.
Yeah.
The people they sold the building to could jump in a lake.
Bit to be desired.
Moving on.
It starts, Hiya.
Hiya.
This is from the coffee shop I go to weekday mornings to gather strength to face the day. It looks pretty much just like the postcard. So if I was holding it upside down, we would have been at a loss. Imagine sparrows buzzing in to steal your pastry, and the image is complete. Hope all's well, and my best to the team, Karloff.
I'd like a large latte and a croissant and a tennis racket.
Some sort of electrified bug zapper. This came to us all the way from Bermuda.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's your triangle doing? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. December 13th.
Okay.
From Deutsche. Dear Drs. LRR, Graham and B. Paul? Correct. All three of us are here, actually. As is tradition, we are sending you a Christmas card from Germany. May your Christmas be merry, and may 2023 be a great year for all of you. So you caught me off guard, because it's not quite May 2023. And so I thought you were about to say something about May 2023. No, it's still in April. I mentioned this last episode, but next year I think we just open the Christmas cards when they arrive. It was a delight to watch Beej and Paul open last year's card. It had Frozfest written on the front. To us, you spend it in late November while this card was already being crafted. We have to say you're an integral part of our lives, from the "I'm here" yell when one of us is coming home to a half-joking "everything is fine" to us eating most something while eating most dinners while watching you and your videos or streams. And every year for a week, our whole schedule changes to desert bus time, watching as much of the stream as possible.
Ours too.
Yeah. Thank you for another year of laughter, joy, gaming news, wrestling storylines, board games, vampires, a certain bus, and a whole lot more. Thank you. Lots of hugs from Michaela and Julius. Or Michelle? No, that looks like Michaela. I'm going to go with Michaela, and you can blame your own handwriting if it's wrong, because Julius's signature looks like a slightly different pen. Thank you very much.
I also have a Christmas card. I call it that because it's from Christmas Island.
Oh, fun.
At least the stamp is from Christmas Island.
Ah.
I heard recently that the reason it's called Christmas Island is because the name of the name, if you were to pronounce it the way the people living there would have pronounced it, it sounds like Christmas, but that's because it's like Kuritimati. But the T-I is supposed to be a sh sound. Kurichimachi or something like that.
Interesting.
It sounds like Christmas. But somebody could have just been screwing with me the whole time.
I mean, lying to bees is a national pastime.
Regardless, this is from Not Safe for Work or New South Wales, however you want to think about it.
One of those.
Mm-hmm. I like this. It just says Merry Wishes. That's great. Just do that to mess with people.
Have a nice wishes.
Enjoy your wishes time. To the amazing team that is Loading Ready Run, Merry Festive Times. Hope you have a wonderful time. May your days be comfortable and your hearts fulfilled. Much love, Beck, Siv, and Sunny for 2022. This is a card for Variety, the children's charity. So they, I guess they make cards and they...
A variety, you might say.
Perhaps. Oh, it's John Sands, but we would know that is Carlton Cards.
Oh, interesting. That's the different... Oh, so Carlton with the rose, the greeting cards with the rose label.
Yeah.
In Australia is John Sands.
Yeah, weird.
Oh, that was in the card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is in the card. There's a note that was included as well. Oh, because it's, how you get a card and you get like a little Christmas letter. Dear Doctors, Loading Ready Run, congrats on successful completion of Desert Bus. I doubt this has gotten to you around holiday times, so I hope your festivities were relaxing and fulfilling.
Yeah, they were all right.
Yeah. Found your brilliance through The Escapist, and I'm so excited you have Unskippable back.
Me too.
I blame Friday nights for me starting playing Magic the Gathering, Neon Dynasty, Kamigawa. Sorry. Are we saying it Dynasty or Dynasty?
Dynasty.
Neon Dynasty. Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty Kamigawa. I feel like there's an Evangelion thing going on there.
A lot of people have
flipped it for that reason.
Either on purpose or by accident have said, like, Neon Genesis Kamigawa.
Cool. Kamigawa is awesome, though. I love all your content and have introduced many friends and colleagues to it over the years. Thank you. Big shout out to Watch and Play, the Let's Know Dark Pictures playthroughs, and CTS plays of Gang Beasts. I cannot stop laughing with this game. Thank you all for being your wonderful selves. The kindness and joy the team shares is so refreshing on an increasingly antagonistic and violent internet. Thank you also for cultivating a safe space for the queer community, especially trans people like me. You are an oasis of mirth. You should all be very proud. I wish for you all a healthy, calm, and fun 23. Yours gratefully, B. Boundwood in Discord. P.S. Apologies if there's cat fur. Both of my darlings want to help write.
Oh, I'm covered in it all the time. Do not worry. Thank you for being here. All are welcome, except for those who would not make others welcome.
Oh, that's great. I like
you.
how that sounds.
Thank
yeah.
you. I have some peanuts.
Covered in craft herpes.
Oh, there's glitter all over it, yep. To everyone at LRR, congratulations on a very successful Desert Bus for Hope. My partner and I are very excited to see so much generosity this year. Keep up your fantastic work. We hope you all have a lovely and safe holiday season, where whatever you may celebrate. Enclosed, as our gift, a pair of Halloween Pokemon packs.
Oh, cool.
Feel free to crack, from Drew and Kate.
I thought they were like the collector's boosters or something.
They're Trick or Trade, 3 additional game cards.
Ooh.
Beach, let's open these Pokemon cards.
Okay.
So I've got a Cubone, right? Because skull for a head, and it's got a little Pikachu pumpkin watermark on it.
Right.
And then Poltegeist, which is the teapot Pokemon, again with the little Pikachu jack-o'-lantern, and then a weird foiling process, like a scanline-y foiling thing, of a Gourgeist, which evolves from Pumpkaboo. So these must all be themed, and they all have... Are these a special printing with the Pikachu jack-o'-lantern on them?
Maybe? I mean, they must be, because yeah. And so this is that said Pumpkaboo in, like, clay?
That's a photograph.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a...
Wild.
Yeah, so it's a Pumpkaboo, which your Ghoultegeist, whatever it was called, comes from. Also, spiders are scary, so we have a Spinnerack.
Spinnerack.
Yeah. Has Hang Down and Sting. Just sounds like all the sex moves I learned in college. And then...
Come in, hang down, switch off, sting.
Yep. And then I have a foiled in the same kind of scanline-y thing, a Gengar.
Gengar.
Stage 2 to Gengar.
Oh, lovely. Neat.
Yeah, I
Cool.
think that's really cool.
Thank you.
I have a letter from KCMO.
What's Casey's MO?
Casey's MO is that they sent us a letter that we did not open in time because I'm pretty sure it's Christmas related. It was sent December 22nd. The picture...
Oh, it's Cameron as the West Country doctor.
From about 10 feet, it looks just like him if you squint.
Says the text on the back.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Cameron.
It's terrifying. This is from Hill Dragon.
Lovely.
It says it right at the top, and even has the date and the time. December 13th is when this was written. Dear Doctors LLR, Graham and Beej with Jordan editing. Shout out to Heather in the comments if she's still there. She is still here. She is still doing her job.
Yeah.
The other day, my friend says to me, he says, "Whatever happened to those people that drop stuff off a ladder?" Lol. Well, now he knows. It's the same people he watches play Arena.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. And the same people that tricked us into playing Magic the Gathering for far too many years when Kathleen found out she could build a kitty deck from the swag bag demo decks at PAX 2011.
Yep.
As I have forgotten the proper protocol for spider included versus spider excluded. That was in italics. Oh, good use of italics. I have instead included one Guy Fieri frosted tipped spiky hair and visor combo hat for Graham to wear if his head gets chilly or if the lights are not cooperating during shoots.
What?
So I think this is meant to go in a package. So we'll figure that out in a second.
All right.
By the time you read this, you're probably starting to get ready for Desert Bus 2023. If not, I'm sure it's already passed and it was great.
It was.
Or no, 2023.
Oh. Oh, well
Yeah.
then we're way ahead of schedule.
Yeah. So I've included a picture of Cam that I drew in the MS Paint for some random ass art challenge that I missed the deadline for sometime in the last 4 years. Haven't printed it yet, so my printer's out of some of the colors. We'll chalk it up to personal creative vision. I use the British English single quote because I'm a man of the world. This was buried in parentheses and then brackets. So they didn't just double parentheses. They actually switched it up. I've spent years dreaming of a reason to write, but it turns out all I have to say is that my friend asked about the daily drop. That's quite disappointing. Maybe I'll include some stickers or something. Really should have put some thought into this. Love, Hilford, Kansas City, Missouri. Shit, I should have included something local. Maybe I'll find a postcard. P.S. I wrote this in Discord because they said they have a proprietary font. I was wondering why the typeface looked the way that it does. Because it is very Discord, obviously. But it's like, does it look exactly
Discord
like
has their own font. I did not know that.
And PSS, postscript script, the only aid I have in my spelling is the built-in Discord spell check, so I apologize for any insulting errors. And then there was an asterisk that I missed here. Guy Fieri hat not included. No one wants that, and Graham's hair is already growing back. I guess it's an imaginary adding machine now. There was an edited at the very end, so they made some changes. Thank you, Hill Dragon. That was very fun.
Thank you. Hey, want to see something freaky? I just discovered about this pink knife we got last episode.
Have a hidden knife too?
No, but watch this. See, so the button on the top, right? You slidey brings out the
Very
blade,
normal.
pushes it back. This one, ready for this?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, spring-loaded reload. That's interesting.
Yeah, it opens sideways. I was not prepared for that.
Are you prepared to put it back? Great.
Great, we're good.
I do like that there's also a cord nipper built in that uses the same blade.
This is unlabeled, and this one says read this second. So let's go with the one with the wax seal.
There were no other notes, eh? Okay.
Dear Victoria Island LARP enthusiast, who is this addressed to?
I'm gonna have to guess you're the one opening it. So.
Hail and well met, hero. We're thrilled to introduce you to the guild and can't wait to see you at court. Enclosed is your welcome kit, forged by our finest tradesfolk. Inside, you will find a VI LARP wooden wall plaque.
Vlarp. Please enjoy whatever this is.
This is from Iris of Ether.
It sure is.
Oh, that makes more sense. So it's a wizard, and this font is papyrus. So thanks for that, Carrie. Worth noting, it's Vancouver Island, but lucky for you, they both start with V, so VI LARP still works. A small VI LARP sticker, moon silver color. I guess that would be this. You can't see it. It's silver, and it's got a wizard and VI LARP. Yep, it's there. A large VI LARP sticker. Holy hell scream. And a set of 8 VI LARP coasters in mithril and ebony. Is this a thing that you've made up? Is this a thing we made up? We look forward to seeing you at the quarterly Grand Court or at the smaller monthly meets. Be sure to join us for next Thursday's annual Boffer Coffer. The artisans have a fresh new crop of foam weapons on offer. Sincerely, Lord Desmondonio von Silverleaf, Greg Walcott, the Vilarp Liege Elect.
I think if you LARP or you're in the SCA, a lot of this is really starting to ring true. So what does read this second? Is this where we're let in on the proceedings?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Dear Doctors LRR, I've been at it again with my friend's vinyl cutter. Please enjoy these gifts, all inspired by Not a Drop to Drink. Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Black wooden Vilarp plaque featuring a wizard and a boffer weapon for whoever wants it. A mini diorama plaque reading, Drive It Like You Stole It, dedicated to everyone's favorite vampire menace, Jordan Hinkleman. Fun fact, the vehicle pieces are the same ones I removed from Van Damned the Vampire from my 2022 Desert Bus craft. This is terrific. Mm-hmm. It's a road with pieces of minivan spread and a bloody hole in the back windscreen where I believe a werewolf went through. Several Violip stickers, multiple sizes, and some coasters. Enough for everyone on the Not a Drop to Drink cast who wants one. Thanks again for all you do, and enjoy, from Carrie or Iris of Ether in chat.
I have to believe that maybe it is actually the Victoria Island LARP because Vancouver Island LARP was taken by another group.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And so they were like, we are the Victoria Island LARP.
Yep, I could see that. Mm-hmm. This plaque is very amusing. This could go on the set. This could go somewhere in Studio C. Drive It Like You Stole It. Terrific. Thank you. And I assume also that Lord Desmondonio von Silverleaf is also a character from the
one of the dudes that we met.
You have to understand, the reason I don't know perfectly offhand is because we make a lot of stuff, and it's hard to remember all of our things. As we've always maintained over the years, our viewers know our own content better than we do. That's why whenever we're like, why did we do the what video was that when we had the thing? I'll go ask the Discord.
We literally asked the Discord that, and they're like, "Oh, you're talking about this," and like, I didn't even give you any proper nouns.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's so clean of lines or so clean of package that it seems like it was sent from a warehouse or something.
Yeah, probably 401 games.
But it doesn't have. Oh, it was okay. Mm-hmm. It was. So let's see.
I do start to wonder now that they're not saying that. The tell,
the
right?
code, yeah. Mm-hmm. Bags of air.
Bags of air.
Bags of air.
Bags of air.
Oh, settle in. Bags of air. 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 Bags of air.
Bags of air.
You'd be forgiven for not realizing there is actually something in here.
Wait, you held it up briefly, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't look like anything at all."
Star Wars Age of Rebellion.
Could be pronounced Age.
Could be. Never trust a guy who asks what the Age of Rebellion in Star Wars is. Star Wars Age of Rebellion role-playing game core rulebook. Civil war engulfs the galaxy. The Empire rules over 1,000 star systems using its military might and the power of fear. Struggle against all odds, soldiers and spies, mechanics and medics, aces and ambassadors all fight to bring freedom to the galaxy. Sorry, there's so many logos on the back here.
All right.
Fantasy Flight, Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars role-playing dice available separately, powered by Star Wars Dice.
Oh, yeah, right, because that's what you do now is you make your own dice so you can sell your dice. You don't have to pay anybody else for the right to use their dice.
And there's an app.
Oh, good.
There's an app for the dice. Jesus, sorry. All right. There was no note, so thank you. I mean, I have some guesses, but thank you.
Whatever that was. All right.
Before we started recording, Paul asked, what do we think the chances are that this remained this way up throughout shipment? Because I tell you, it says it on all four sides of it.
But I would like also to share with you the very clear water damage.
Oh, I hope that's not from the inside.
Yeah, right?
Do you want me to do something on this?
Yeah, if you can take
side
care of that side, because we're going to have a lot of tape to remove. I do like that you really went to town protecting it with a lot of tape to keep it solid.
All right.
Bag of air.
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 Bag of air. And please read first.
Please read first. Oh, we should have read that before we read this one that says please read second. Don't coordinate like that. It'll just confuse us.
This was 2022 12/11.
9, 8, 7, 6, 10. I missed 10.
You missed 10.
Bugger. All right, go for it.
Dear Doctors Beejifer and Gramuel. All right, let's get my mind working again. Long-time viewer, first-time mailer. I was first introduced to Loading Ready Run around January 2007 when one of my college professors showed the class 3 PS3s.
No shit. All right. Awesome.
One of my college professors, right? Okay.
Wow.
I quickly forgot all about that and would later return to your work in 2018.
Yeah, nice.
When a few coworkers were trying to get me back into Magic the Gathering.
Hey.
I was trying to figure out what the hell Commander was, and the first thing I watched was an episode of Friday Night Paper Fight. Boy, Magic sure has changed a lot since Kamigawa Block. I quickly became a fan of your work and enjoy most of what you do. As to the things that are not to my taste, they certainly seem to have an audience and appear to be just as well done as the things I like. Keep up the good work.
Cheers.
That is a very fair way of saying that.
I like that a lot.
I don't like that, but other people do, and good for them.
Yeah, I like to paraphrase the lads on OSW Review. I do appreciate the feedback of, I like most of what you do.
Some, but not all, of my favorite programs are Heather and Ian's House of Lies, Thursday Drafternoon, Mail Time. Thursday Drafternoon is not a bad way to say LRMTG, really.
That's good.
Yeah. Mail Time, FNPF, Let's Try with Ian, and AFK. Also love listening to TTC and Quirpline.
I love that some of those were real show names and the others were made up.
I was tempted to just say Fun Puff, but I did not, because it just says FNPF. I wanted to read it as it was writ. As a token of my appreciation, I've included some gifts. See the attached sheet for a breakdown. As thank you for all of your hard work in creating and cultivating a wonderfully kind and inclusive space for spoofs, goofs, and other lighthearted entertainment. Your fan, Tony. Sometimes in chat as Tony D. Light, but mostly lurking around on YouTube. More Kathleen on Lure MTG, please. She's such a great Magic player, certainly better than she believes she is. The discourse on what card to pick between Kathleen, Adam, and Kathleen's Greed is very entertaining and educational.
Well, because Adam doesn't have greed.
No, right? The gentleman you called a Yankee was upset because he was from the South.
Yes.
Yankees are the name of Americans north of the Mason-Dixon line.
I know. Yeah. No, I know.
Let's see.
We in Canada, we didn't get that part of the education.
No.
And so, especially when there's a team, when there's a sports team called the New York Yankees.
Mm-hmm. It's like having the Vancouver Canucks.
Exactly. And so our understanding was that Yankee was just American in the same way that Canuck is Canadian. So yeah, this was This was, I was joking around with a guy who, in New York, turned out was originally from Georgia. And, you know, he was like, blah, 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 you Canuck. And I was like, ho, 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 you Yankee. And he was like, don't you fucking call me that.
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, I stepped into something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that must be rough for you to have, you know, people call you a weird name like that.
Yeah. Bummer.
And then AFK has the third footnote, loving all the Kill Team games the crew has played in 2022. Looking forward to once-a-month streams in 2023, a.k.a. the Kill Stream, a.k.a. Chill Team, a.k.a. Cameron plays with his dolls. And the fourth footnote, and I believe the final one, some seeds for Quirpline. Innsbruck has a new Sturgeon General, and confusion about whether the biannual Innsbruck Scout Jamboree is twice a year, every other year, or twice every other year. Seems like a thing that would happen.
Yeah, that sounds like us. What do you think this is?
Is it a cross stitch?
It sure is.
Okay, it says it's an indigenous cross stitch.
It is.
This is for Cameron specifically. If it's not to Cameron's taste, I ask to be passed on to someone who will appreciate it. This cross stitch was made and designed by a local indigenous Soto artist. How local, you ask? You probably didn't, but for the purposes of the bit, let's say you did. So local, we share an apartment. They're my wife. My wife made it.
That's lovely. It says,
awesome.
Live, love, land rights. This episode of Mail Time comes to you from the unceded lands of the Lekwungen people, specifically the Esquimalt and Songhees nations. Check out nativeland.ca for more information. That's terrific.
I thought I had a bag of air, but it turns out it was loose leaf tea.
Mostly air.
This is...
Did you hear Paul go,
I know, right? He's all interested. He should be. This is a selection of loose leaf tea from Kingston's local... This is Kingston, Ontario, by the way, not Kingston, Jamaica. From Kingston's local independent Japanese tea shop, Cha Cha Tea, a sampling of local favorites. Most people don't think of Earl Grey when they think of Japanese tea, but this shop is incredibly proud of its Earl Grey blend. And there's another one behind it, and I can't see what it is. It is Irish Breakfast.
And this one has lemon green and sencha superior.
Sweet. This is a good selection.
They missed a trick there, though. They could have called their place Cha Cha Chai.
Yeah. Well, except that the cha would already be tea, so then you have TTT. Yeah. But you already have TTT. So yeah, Cha Chai Tea would also be Chai Cha. Chai Tea. Cha Cha Chai would be...
Tai Cha Chi.
Would be just as good, yeah.
Oh, no.
Heavy boy? Liquid?
Yeah, it's a bottle.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Okay, good. For those who imbibe, I've sent a bottle of local maple whiskey.
Well, but no, this isn't maple whiskey.
Oh, what is it?
This is, well, it's the other way around. This is whiskey barrel aged maple syrup. Unless there's also a bottle of maple syrup whiskey.
Well, that would explain what this is.
Oh,
then.
God. They've got us coming and going. This is maple syrup.
And this is whiskey.
Then this was aged in whiskey bottles, and that's just maple flavored.
And these are made by the same company.
They are.
I love.
It's called Kinship. I get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or Kinsip.
Canada grade A, very dark.
Product of Prince Edward County. Right.
Kinsip, of course.
So if you like to drink, then you will enjoy the local maple whiskey. And for those who like sugar, looking at you, Beach, I've sent some whiskey barrel-aged maple syrup. The syrup is some of the best I've ever had. You should seriously get some spoons right now and try some straight up.
Well,
all right. While he's doing that, how our maple whiskey is made. The story of our maple whiskey, and it's whiskey with a Y, not an EY. Begins with our 100% Canadian whiskey aged in charred barrels at Kinsip House of Fine Spirits, our heritage farm in the heart of Prince Edward County. We finish our whiskey in white oak casks, previously used to barrel age our maple syrup, producing a hint of delicate sweetness and balanced maple flavor complementing the spirit. Sip neat or stirred into a cocktail. So they finish the whiskey in the same casks that they used to barrel age the maple syrup, but the maple syrup was aged in whiskey barrels that would have had to have contained... So at what point did this chicken and egg come first?
They just alternate.
I guess.
They just flip back and forth, yeah.
I mean, it's a hell of a way to clean your barrels, because the whiskey will just suck everything out of them.
We're going to cut to after I've opened this.
20 minutes later.
I did it.
Oh, good.
Holy... Boy, they really don't want you to get into this syrup.
Allons-y.
Cheers. Wow.
God, I can't... I can't just do straight shots of maple syrup. I mean, if you like the flavor of whiskey, you're going to get a good... It really goes together well, doesn't it?
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, like it's like that. It tastes like it belongs there.
Yeah. Oh. Woo-wee.
Look
Oh. Cheers. Ooh. Interesting. That's quite smooth for a whiskey. Yum.
Smooth.
Not a whiskey man, is
I don't
Beach.
think I'm ever gonna get used to it. That's fine, because I don't
nice.
partake.
Oh, I found a box.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
How about a Plane of Theros Team Sealed experience?
Team sealed plane of Theros.
Much like Graham, I love the Sealed Limited experience and the Plane of Theros, and the only thing better, in my opinion, than Sealed is Team Sealed. So I put together enough packs for 2 teams to play Sealed against each other. 8x Theros, 4x Born of the Gods, 4x Journey into Nyx, 8x Theros Beyond Death. I understand that you are under no obligations to play with these on the Friday Night Paper Fight, but I believe it would make a very fun and unique experience, especially if you pre-taped the teams building their decks. That's so much work.
I can't promise that. Well, I'm not going to promise anything, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Thank you, Tony. I think that's it, except for
Except for...
this.
Yes. Now, what makes this special is that probably not a lot of people have seen this.
Max Haynes invites you to an evening of murder.
Now, I guess growing up, you're probably very familiar. You've seen boxes like this before at your friend's parents'
I have.
house, and maybe your own house.
I played one once.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't this one, but I played. It was a bad experience. No one there knew how to roleplay.
Yeah, and part of the interest with these things, like I've also seen the How to Host a Murder games,
Yeah.
which are very popular as well. Well, the thing about this, I saw this Canadian murder mystery game at Value Village and thought you folks might have some fun with it. This is
made in Canada.
made by Canada Games. I didn't realize an Evening of Murder was actually something that's unique to us.
It's purchased from Value Village for $3. Mm-hmm. Is it complete?
Because that is part of the trouble, right? Like, there's supposed to... Oh, there's even a cassette.
There's a cassette tape. Oh my goodness.
There's little things with the... Oh, character manuals, the party planner. It's called Forever Friends.
Envelopes.
Bill Bishop.
And, boy, I hope all the instructions are in that.
Joe Barley.
Joe Barley, Bill Bishop, Peter Simmons, Patricia Collins, Winter Newley, Cynthia Masters, Bess Andrews, and Michael Roth. Boy, that is a bunch of Canadian-sounding folks.
A bunch of Winter Newley. These are all the things I think you wear. Oh, Bill Bishop is known as Big Bill.
Cool.
That's really neat. I haven't seen one of these in a long time.
No.
Your fan Tony, thank you, Tony D. Light.
Thank you, Tony.
It's very generous of you.
And thank you, Tony's partner?
Yeah.
Wife?
Wife.
Shannon. It says on the back. Thank you. This is also from 401 Games.
Oh, this could be anything. Well, I mean, it's a game. Let's be honest.
I think this whole box weighs about as much as that book did.
Oh, good. Well, it's probably another one of those books, just in a larger box.
Bags of air. Holy. Great. Hey, it's more Arkham Horror.
What a relief.
The Scarlet Keys Investigator expansion
Oh, neat.
for Arkham Horror, the card game. Ah, and here's the Scarlet Keys, the campaign expansion. It may shock you to learn the remaining object in this box is not Arkham Horror.
Is it Marvel Champions?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It is Battletech
well,
Alpha Strike.
cool.
The comm line ablaze with determination, an army of warforged metal titans on the heights, the enemy entrenched in the valley below, weapons charged and loaded. Then you give the order, and armies surge towards each other, banners streaming as lasers, autocannons and missiles sear and shatter. Will your star-spanning empire win the day? Only you will decide. Then I decide yes. Neat. Well, thank you, whomstever. Again,
Assuming another PMA-verse joint.
I assume so.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this maple whiskey.
Nice to have libations at the desk, I guess. I'll have to get a little drawer to keep them in from now on.
Again, we don't recommend that you send us liquid
Alcohol.
in bottles.
Yeah.
But you can.
Yeah, and
Improvably.
as you've noticed, it can get here safely as long as they're wrapped properly. So you always be cautious of that, and check with your local post office to make sure you're allowed to do it, or just don't tell them and hope that you don't get in trouble. I'm not your mom.
Oh, thank God. I would have so many questions.
No.
For the woman who I thought was my mom. Hey, that's mail time. Goodness gracious. Thanks, everybody, for being so generous and wonderful and all your kind words. That's a delightful thing.
Always a treat to hear from all of you.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.